Marcus County reporting. Oh, you got a treat today, man. I got two interesting folks to talk to. So what the hell were we talking about? We were talking about people choking because they won't come out of their houses if they're afraid. And we got to talk about it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, everybody has their different opinions because everybody gets their sources of information from different places. But what we should do is see what works, and I mean, not be afraid to step out of your comfort zone because that's where a lot of people are living nowadays. Unfortunately, you know, they have money in the bank. They're able to get everything delivered to them. So they're in their own little plastic bubble. You got to break free from that. I mean, this is a testament to it. Today,
Right.
you know, Memorial Day weekend. It's Bob Dylan's birthday. You got a nice.
It's Bob Dylan's birthday. Yeah,
Yes.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
How come I didn't know that? I like Bob Dylan.
I try to learn at least one good fact a day.
You seeing the same thing?
Yeah. Well, Bob Dylan turned 79. I just wanted to let you know.
I heard.
Yeah.
He's still alive too.
Yeah. Still performing.
Yeah,
You know, I
still
don't blame
doing a
him.
lot of good.
You do what you love. You know, if you're fortunate enough to be able to make a living at it,
Oh yeah.
you do what you love. I wish I could, to tell you the truth. But other necessities take place.
So it's like the surfing analogy. Surf is up. You got to get outside, and before you miss the wave, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happens if you miss the wave? What happens if you
You get left behind and you're not.
and then your government handout runs out, and then what?
Oh, exactly. And then people's situations go plummeting. Personally, I have no problem stating that my situation plummeted starting 2 or 3 weeks before the lockdown. My best friend died in my hands. I found out that I couldn't stay there any longer because my name wasn't on the lease, and then I moved in in a rushed situation, and now I'm on the streets. But through the years of coming here to visit, I have, you know, not as deep roots as people that have lived here or were born and raised here, but I'm a New Yorker. I'm born and raised in Jersey City. I'm a New Yorker.
You've been here. It's just
Over 15, 20 years.
it's just a half a mile over the river.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your advice? I mean, again, I don't want to hop on this. We were
No.
having a good time. What were we talking about before we started talking about the dark shit?
Wow.
We were talking about song. Weren't we talking about like music or something? We were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah,
What are we talking
about music. Well, the different forms of music.
Oh, right. Oh, we were talking about comedians. That's what we were talking
Oh,
about.
Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy.
talking about Eddie Murphy.
And the differences of opinion that we
That's right.
have.
He turns 59 this year.
Wow.
Eddie Murphy turns 59.
Yep. April 1961.
Yeah, this is what we were talking. I remember now. We were talking about how Eddie Murphy, or at least I was talking about it, and you guys were listening to it.
No.
How about it? How Eddie Murphy was, and I'm gonna have a brain freeze. How he used to be. He could play to any audience. That's
Yeah.
what I meant. That he could play to the dirty crowd. He could sing about. He could make jokes about dick and pussy, and everybody would laugh.
Yeah.
And then he could go play in front of children and make them laugh too, and nobody's offended. That's what Eddie Murphy did, right?
Yeah.
It's a real talent, right? Do you think he should? I don't know what I'm trying to say, but to the artists out there, right? Now's the time to get off your ass.
Yeah.
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 What do you guys do for a living? In a general way, what do you want to do when you grow up?
I work in a restaurant in Jersey. I'm one of the fortunate ones that still has their employment, but it went drastically down from 7 days a week to 1 day, and I have to try to make make money, doing construction.
Did you get unemployment or any of that stuff? Did you get any of the?
No, I was off the table.
Right. So did you try to apply for it for the gig economy?
No, actually, I've been running around. This is one of the few days that I've caught people that I actually know hanging out, and it just happened to be.
Did you get a stimulus check? I'm sorry.
No.
I didn't get. I got one. I got one because I worked in 2018 on the books.
Okay.
But other than that, I would have got choked. Oh, look, the balloon guy's here. That's good news.
Yeah. In the beginning, I seen a couple of kids playing up on the western northwest knoll.
Yeah, yeah,
The more you hang out, the more you know the geography of this park.
yeah.
Northwest
And the
Mall is
people
over
and the
there.
people in it, unfortunately.
Oh well, sometimes it is a
Sometimes-
fortunate event, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
So who's got it? Let me ask you this: who's got it better than us right now? On Memorial Day, we're hanging out here. We're doing a broadcast from Washington Square Park
On a beautiful day.
on a beautiful day. The sun's out. People are not being dicks to each other. They're not yelling at each other, right? Usually you come in here, there's no loud drunk pushing you around and pissing in on his pants. What happened? Something changed.
Yeah.
Are we in a better place? Is it Trump the genius leading us into everybody's going to be Trump Castle?
No. Trump says.
Trump Tower?
He's going to win again. So I mean,
Really? You feel that?
Come on, wake up! He wasn't supposed to be there in the first place.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
it was the way it was situated, and I think it shows how President Barack Obama did the best that he could do for the 8 years that he's done, but it was repudiation of Obama that led for Trump's revival. It was repudiation. I'm not saying by everybody.
Would you agree that they both play for the same team, Obama, Trump? I mean, Obama had his guys were all Goldman Sachs. They were Bank of America. You know, Obama's whole cabinet was led by corrupt bankers, and he didn't know it at the time because he was a young guy and he didn't know who they were. But the fact is, Trump does know who they are, and he hired the same guys.
Yeah.
Steve Mnuchin, Goldman Sachs. That's the fundamental difference. Barack Obama was a genius in terms of rallying the people, but in my view, his fundamental error was that he underestimated the greed of Wall Street.
Yeah.
He really did, right now that's his legacy. That he didn't go in the direction of the progressives, the Bernie Sanders crowd. He threw Bernie Sanders under the bus, and that's why Trump's idea of, corrupt capitalism, crony capitalism, grab whatever you can, deregulate, even if it kills people. Who cares? Right? That's where we're at right now.
Yeah. You're not going to hear much about politics from me. I mean, I have my points of view, but I keep them to myself. I listen to what everybody else says.
Yeah.
But I don't want to add to the jibber jabber.
It doesn't help anymore, right?
Exactly.
Let it go.
Somebody else's point of view, after it's been through the ringer a couple of times, it's just going to add to the bullshit.
It's nothing but bullshit then, politics. You're telling me, sir, that the discussion of politics is now old and passé,
No.
and we need to move on to something else.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that
The way we're talking about it.
the way we're talking about it.
We're talking about it me versus you. Let's talk about it for us. Maybe that's right.
Yeah. What I'm thinking is it shouldn't have to be a thing of the past. You know, the way it's me against you as far as politics. It should actually still be a close-up social thing, not an argument. But if it heads down that way, the two individuals discussing the political view or whatever, what have you, should have the
Thanks, man. Good talking.
the mental should be mature enough mentally
Right.
to diffuse it before it happens.
Right. Well, how? Let me ask you this: if people are so separated right now, they're so divided, they're isolated in their little cubicles, and they come and running out with their. You had said before, I think we turned the camera on, that they're all comfortable with their stimulus money. They're ordering out. They don't need people anymore.
Yeah, they don't need social contact.
But what happens when Daddy takes the car keys away?
Exactly. And a lot of the people that I was speaking about, I don't know them personally. This is just a group of people, a social demographic that it plainly states that this person is going to college. He's being set up by his parents. His parents live in such and such place. They rent a hotel.
Wait, who's saying this? I missed that. Who's saying? You mean the parenting of the kids?
Social demographics.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You know, I was going in that general direction.
Because if you live over here, this is what you'll become, because this is where you live.
No, it has more to do with where your parents are from.
Do you want? Do you
What
want?
your parents
I
do.
don't mean to change the subject, but do you want New York to go back to the way it was?
Actually, no. I think that this is just a really big hurdle that we must overcome. We must overcome as far as taxes are concerned, the corrupt politicians. But I'm just skimming the surfaces of what I feel that what New York should become after this.
You
pandemic.
think the tourists are going to come back very very soon? They can't travel.
Of course. I've actually, in my years of coming over here and dealing and experiencing my little part of the New York state of mind, is that I've met people from, I'm pretty sure, every.
Yeah, but we're in Washington Square Park where the
Yeah.
thinkers are. I'm talking about the rest of Manhattan. It's a ghost town.
Oh
right
yeah. Oh, definitely.
now. Washington Square Park. We'll always be here. I agree with that.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
But we're a small minority now. Are we the leaders right now? Are we leading?
I
leading
believe-
a cultural revolution because we're out the door and they're not?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe I'm very in agreement with you.
That's what we're seeing. We're seeing a cultural. This is only the seeds.
And people are thinking, oh, in a couple of months everything will be. No.
It'll come back to the way it was.
No.
That's what they're thinking.
Of course, that's what they're thinking.
They're sitting around thinking, I'm gonna wait until things come back to the way they were, and
They're
then
never going to go back to that. We can only go.
so they're
forward.
screwing themselves.
Yeah, they're in their own little protective.
But they're
world.
afraid they're gonna die if they come out the door because the angry virus is gonna kill them.
Yeah, but all they have to do is look out their window, look through their video screens and see what the rest of the world is doing, and you're
Yeah.
going to see eventually when that curve that they're talking about, when that
Yeah, the
curve,
fake curve. I know.
when that fake curve starts to flatten out, you're going to see numbers drop considerably. But you got to be patient. It's not
Do you
going to
think
happen
that?
overnight.
Do you think that all the people? I have a theory that there really is no specific virus, and that it was a compilation of a lot of people's very bad behavior, leading to a kind of a mutual sickness. I even got sick. I got a little sick.
No, I have a cousin and his daughter, and they both have it.
What is it? What does it look like?
I don't-
Flu?
No, it's very. They have just the basic general symptoms that they got. That's how they let somebody know when they ended up in the hospital.
Right.
But yeah, they were under 24-hour care. As far the last time I spoke to my cousin, she's doing better. He's out of the hospital, but he had a lot of underlying conditions also.
Right. Let me ask you this. Do you notice that the people that you know, a lot of their underlying symptoms are going away? Like they can't get to the doctor, and now suddenly it doesn't matter anymore.
Actually, I haven't come across that at all. I
You have
really
people-
don't deal with many people.
Right. We don't even know.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't even know. I only know because I'm asking you, and you say no.
Unless somebody reaches out to me on the video or on the phone, or I do to them, I'm just the people that I meet up close.
Right. It's time to reach out.
Yeah, you have
Time
to
to
be
reach out.
personal. We've detached ourselves from society by connecting to the video, whatever. I mean, I don't even know the terms nowadays.
We have to invent new terms. There are no terms.
But why should we have to? I know times have changed.
Hey,
Just
man,
like
thank you.
Bob Dylan was saying. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys, man. That was good talking to you, man. Good conversations hard to find in this town, man. Good job, guys. Thanks.